Hi Lisa, you are the first one. Welcome to my live, guys. Everybody get your names done, guys. We are doing the neon names. Let's go, everybody. Get your names done. Everybody, welcome to my live. Drop your names in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe. Let's go, guys. Who's gonna be next, everybody? Lisa, you got your name done. Who's gonna be next, everybody? Get your neon names done, everybody. Who's gonna be next, everybody? Drop your names in the comments. We are doing the neon names. You're welcome. Hi, Phobe. How are you, dear Phobe? Please hit that like button, guys. Here you go, Phobe. Thank you so much. Who's gonna be next, everybody? Welcome to my live, guys. Drop your name in the comments, guys. Phobe, you got your glowing neon name done, Phobe. Alright, who's gonna be next, everybody? Get your names done. Hi, Lexi. How are you, dear Lexi? Here you go. You got your name done, Lexi. Who's gonna be next, everybody? Let's go, guys. Drop your names in the comments, everybody. Everybody, drop your names, guys, in the comments. We are doing the neon names once again. I've got you guys the neon markers again. So let's go, guys. Everybody, drop your names in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. Faye, thank you. Welcome in. Here you go, Faye. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Faye, you've got that orange effect in your name. Nice. Natasha, how are you, Natasha? Here you go, Natasha. Welcome to my live. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Next name we have is Loretta. Everybody hit that like button too. Here you go, Loretta. You got your name done. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Get your neon names done, guys. Then we have is Nathan in the chat. How are you, Nathan? Everybody like and subscribe and get your names done. Here you go, Nathan. All right, next subscriber we have is Emma in the chat. Here you go, Emma. Thank you so much. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Next name we have is Dylan in the chat. How are you, dear Dylan? Your name has been done. Next we have is Bizarre. How are you, Bizarre? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else has liked and subscribed? Next name we have is Bill in the chat. Here you go, Bill. Who's gonna be next, everybody? Next we have is Adina in the chat. How are you, dear Adina? You got your beautiful name done, Adina. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Then we have is Carly in the chat. How are you, dear Carly? Here you go. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Let's go. Then we've got is Ivy in the chat. How are you? Here you go. Your name is done. Next we have is Nixon. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else has liked and subscribed? All right, next name we have is Geral. Thank you, Geral. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. You got your beautiful name done. Next we have is Santiago. How are you, dear Santiago? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. Here you go. Next we have is Kia in the chat. How are you, dear Kia? You got your beautiful name here. All right, who else has liked and subscribed? Then we have is Gray. Welcome to my live, Gray. Here you go, Gray. Next subscriber, we've got Isaiah in the chat. How are you, dear Isaiah? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else has liked and subscribed? Johnny, thank you for liking and subscribing. You got your name done, Johnny. Next we have is Aisha in the chat. How are you, Aisha? Here you go, Aisha. All right, next subscriber we've got is Liliana. How are you, dear Liliana? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. All right, next name we have is Carter in the chat. How are you, dear Carter? Your name got done. Who is next, guys? Troy in the chat. How are you, dear Troy? Here you go, Troy. Next name we have is Ashley. All right, Ashley, here you go. Your name has been done, Ashley. All right, who do we have next, everybody? Let's get to the next line. All right, Maria is here. She is subscribed and liked. Maria, here you go. All right, who do we have next, everybody? Then we have is Marley in the chat. How are you, dear Marley? You got your name done. Next we have is Jessica. How are you, Jessica? You got your neon beautiful name done, Jessica. All right, next we have is Scott in the chat. Thank you, Scott, for liking and subscribing to my channel. All right, who do we have next, everybody? Then we have is Francesco. How are you, dear Francesco? Here you go. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Next subscriber, we've got Ken Lee in the chat. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. All right, you got your name done. Then we've got Reef in the chat. Thank you, Reef, for liking and subscribing. You got your beautiful name here. Next we have is Jasmine in the chat. Thank you, Jasmine. All right, who's gonna be next? Welcome, everybody. Everybody hit that subscribe button, guys, and I will do your name. All right, who's gonna be next, guys? Then we have is, who's that? Farhan. Thank you, Farhan, for liking and subscribing to my channel. Here you go, your name has been done. Next we have is Sienna. Here you go, Sienna. Welcome to my live. All right, who do we have next, guys? Then we have is Vixie in the chat. How are you, dear Vixie? Here you go, Vixie. Next subscriber is Valeria. How are you, dear Valeria? Your name has been done, dear Valeria. All right, next we have is Andrea. All right, let's get to the next page, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, guys, and let's go. All right, let me go to the next page. Everybody get your names done, guys. All right, just give me a moment, guys. I'm setting it up for you all. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Hit that subscribe button, guys, and I'm gonna be doing your glowing names, everybody. Then who is gonna be having the first 3 names? All right, it's almost set, guys. Everybody hit that subscribe button, guys. Like the live. We are here with the glowing names. All right, it's set, guys. Come on, let's start, guys. Come on in, everybody. Diago in the chat. Thank you, Diago. All right, let's go for Diago here. Here you go, Diago. You got your name here. All right. Next subscriber is Zachary. How are you, Zachary? Everybody, hit the like button, guys. Subscribe and get your beautiful names done. Then we've got is Maria. Here you go, Maria. You also got your name done. All right, this is candy theme that I'm doing today. Then we got Arthur. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me. Who else has liked and subscribed? I see Sebastian. Thank you for liking and subscribing, Sebastian. Here you go, Sebastian. All right, who's gonna be next, guys? Then we have is Isabella, who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Isabella. Here you go. Who's gonna be next, everybody? Next subscriber we have is Kenzie in the chat. Here you go, Kenzie. Who has liked and subscribed? Eve has liked and subscribed. Thank you, Eve. All right, who's the next person to like and subscribe? Fred in the chat. Thank you, Fred. Here you go, Fred. Your name has been done. Then we have is Raza. How are you, dear Raza? Your name has been done. Next we have is Jonah in the chat. How are you, Jonah? Welcome to my live. Here is your name done. Next we have is Luna. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Your candy name has been done. Then we have is Miguel. All right, Miguel, here you go. Your name has been done, Miguel. All right, let's get to the next line, everybody. Then we have is Fritz. How are you, Fritz? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, Fritz. Next we have is Renly. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. Next subscriber, please. Next subscriber is Mia in the chat. Thank you, Mia, for liking and subscribing to my channel. Next subscriber is Duan Ligo. Thank you, Duolingo. Here you go. That's a different name for me. All right. Next subscriber we've got is Nathaniel. How are you, Nathaniel? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. All right. Next subscriber we have is Lewis. How are you, Lewis? You got your candy themed name done. Next we have is Levina. Thank you, Levina. You got your name done. All right, who's next, everybody? And then we have is Sophia. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else liked and subscribed? Let me see. Debbie, thank you. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me. You got your name done, Debbie. Then we've got Kanishka. How are you, dear Kanishka? That's a different name for me. Here you go, Kanishka. All right. Next name we have is Hannah in the chat. How are you, dear Hannah? Here you go, Hannah. All right, next name is Janika. How are you, dear Janika? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You got your candy themed name done. Then we got Gemma. How are you, Gemma? Here you go. All right, who's gonna be next, guys? All right, let's get to the next line. Then we have is Willow in the chat. How are you, dear Willow? You got your beautiful glowing name done. Next we have is Loki. How are you, Loki? Here you go, Loki. Your name has been done. Next subscriber is Sebastian. How are you, dear Sebastian? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. You got your beautiful name done. Then we have is Lucy Anna. How are you, Lucy Anna? You got your beautiful name done, Lucy Anna. Next subscriber is Connor in the chat. How are you, dear Connor? Here you go. All right. Next subscriber we've got is Kosai. How are you? Welcome to my live. Thank you so much. Next subscriber we've got is Scott in the chat. How are you, dear Scott? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Next subscriber is, let me see, Samantha. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me, Samantha. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Then we have is Brooklyn. How are you, dear Brooklyn? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me. Next subscriber we have is Aiden. How are you, dear Aiden? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me, Aiden. Next subscriber we've got is Natalia. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, Natalia. Here you go. Next subscriber name is Sabrina. How are you, dear Sabrina? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You got your name here. Then we've got Dale in the chat. All right, Dale. Let's get to the next page, everybody. Okay, we're doing candy themed glowing names, guys. So everybody hit that subscribe button so that I can bring in more, such kind of themes. I'm just making the other page for you guys. All right, let's go, guys. Everybody get your names today because I will be live for a while today, so you guys can always get it today, okay? I'm live for good time today. All right, I'm just setting it up, guys. Till then, please double tap on the screens and show some love in the chat. And if you could use some pink hearts in your chat, with your names, I would really appreciate that because I'm making the color pink. All right, let's go, guys. It's just almost set. All right. It's set, guys. Let's begin. All right. Come on in, guys. Then we have is who has liked and subscribed. Zaire in the chat. Thank you, Zaire. You got your beautiful name done, Zaire. All right, let's go, guys. Next we have is Amberly. How are you, dear Amberly? Here you go. You got your name done, Amberly. Then we have is next. We have is Iroha. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me, Iroha. Here you go, Iroha. Then we have next is Lily in the chat. How are you, dear Lily? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Next name we have is Makai. Thank you so much, Makai. You got your beautiful name done. Next subscriber is Toya in the chat. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Who else liked and subscribed? Let me see. All right, that is Carlos in the chat. Thank you, Carlos, for liking and subscribing to me. Here is your name. Then we have is Afiza. Thank you, Afiza, for liking and subscribing to my channel. There you go, Afiza. All right, next subscriber name is Zion in the chat. Thank you, Zion. Here you go, your name has been done. Next subscriber name is Christian. How are you, dear Christian? Here you go. Welcome to my live. All right, who's gonna be next, guys? Then we have is Dano. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, Dano. Next subscriber, we've got Julia. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else has liked and subscribed? Let me see. Oh, that's Kelsey. Thank you so much, Kelsey. Here you go, Kelsey. Your beautiful name has been done, Kelsey. Then we have is Arandi. How are you, Arandi? Welcome to my live. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Let's get to the next line, everybody. All right, then we've got Liz in the chat. Thank you, Liz. You got your beautiful name done. All right, next we have is Riva. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Riva. I really appreciate you for doing that. All right, then we have is Zaria. How are you, dear Zaria? You got your beautiful name done, Zaria. All right, who do we have next, everybody? Storm in the chat. How are you, dear Storm? Here you go. All right, next subscriber is Jackie. How are you, dear Jackie? You got your beautiful name here. Who else is next, guys? Then we have is Lena. All right, let's go, Lena. Welcome to my live. Then we've got Grayson in the chat. Thank you, Grayson, for liking and subscribing. Who is the next subscriber? Hannah is the next subscriber. Thank you, Hannah, for liking and subscribing. All right, next subscriber, we've got Kennedy in the chat. Thank you, Kennedy, for liking and subscribing. All right, let's go, Kennedy. Then we've got is who's that? Tornado. Is that a name, Tornado? All right, there you go. Next subscriber we've got is Tyrell. How are you, dear Tyrell? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me. Then we have is Chloe in the chat. Thank you, Chloe, for liking and subscribing. Who is the next subscriber? Evelyn. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Evelyn. Here you go. Your name got done. Next subscriber, we've got Ocean in the chat. How are you, dear Ocean? Here you go. Your name has been done. All right, let's get to the next line, everybody. Then we have is Miku in the chat. Thank you, Miku. You got your beautiful name done. Next we have is, who is that? Tamara. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else liked and subscribed? Let me see. That is Elena. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Elena. Here you go. Then we have is Danica. How are you, dear Danica? This is your beautiful name and it's been done. Then we have is Maju. How are you, Maju? Here you go. Your name has been done. Then we have is Golsum. How are you, dear Golsum? Here you go. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Then we have is Blair in the chat. Thank you, Blair, for liking and subscribing. All right, let's go, guys. Then we have is Mona in the chat. Thank you, Mona, for liking and subscribing. Next name we have is Alexis in the chat. Thank you, Alexis, for liking and subscribing. Your name got done. Then we have is Ava in the chat. Thank you, Ava, for liking and subscribing. Next subscriber is... who is that? Bharti. How are you, Bharti? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Your name got done. Then we have is Julian. How are you, Julian? Your name got done, Julian. All right, next subscriber name we have is Zimena. Welcome back, Zimena. How are you doing today, Zimena? Your name got done. Next subscriber we have is Rosie. All right, let's get to the next page, everybody. Till then, hit the like button, guys, and we are doing the candy themed name for you all, guys. Let me set up the page, guys. All right, till then, everybody hit that like button and let's go. All right, this time it's gonna be a bit different, so everybody stay tuned. All right, everybody stay tuned so that I can do your name. All right, it's gonna be totally different now, so get your names done, guys. All right, who will be the first 6 names? Be there, guys. I'm just setting the paper up. All right, it is almost set. Let's go, guys. Get the first 6 names, everybody. Gracia, thank you so much, Gracia. Here you go, Gracia. You got the cutest name. All right, next we have is Ariana. Thank you, Ariana. You also got the first 6 names. Then we have is, who's that? Minha in the chat. Thank you, Minha. Here you go. All right. Who's gonna be next? Then we have is Caleb. How are you, dear Caleb? Here you go. Next we have is, who's that? Victory. How are you, Victory? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Then we have next is Mira. Oh, that's my name too, Mira. We both have the same names. All right, let's go, guys. Then we've got Olivia in the chat. Olivia, here you go, your candy themed name. Then we have is Luna. How are you, dear Luna? Here you go, Luna. You've got your name done. Next we have is JJ. How are you, JJ? You got your name here. Then we have is Eloise. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Eloise. Who else has liked and subscribed? Let me see. That is Della in the chat. Thank you, Della, for liking and subscribing. You got your name done. Next, we've got Quinn who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Quinn. Who else liked and subscribed? Let me see. That is Aubrey. Thank you, Aubrey, for liking and subscribing. Here you go, Aubrey. All right, then we have next is Malia. How are you, Malia? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me, Malia. You got your name done. Next we have is Tilly who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Tilly. Here you go. Your beautiful name has been done. Next we've got Ellie in the chat. How are you, dear Ellie? Next subscriber we've got is, who's that? Adana. Thank you, Adana, for liking and subscribing to my channel. Here you go. All right, next subscriber we've got is Alice in the chat. How are you, dear Alice? Here you go. Next subscriber we've got is Clara. How are you, Clara? Your name has been done. Then we have is Ariana. All right, here you go, Ariana. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Ariana. Then we have is, who is that? 10 in the chat. How are you, dear 10? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You got your name done. Then we have is Layla. Thank you so much for subscribing. Next subscriber, please. All right, let me see who subscribed. Leo subscribed. Thank you, Leo, for liking and subscribing to my channel. Then we have is Via in the chat. Thank you, Via, for liking and subscribing. Next we have is Prilly. How are you, Prilly? Here you go. All right, who's next, everybody? Then we've got Casey who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Casey. All right, who else liked and subscribed? Then we've got is, who is that? Abigail. How are you, dear Abigail? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Here you go, your name has been done. Then we have is Vixie. Thank you, Vixie, for liking and subscribing to me. All right, next we have is Nyla. How are you, dear Nyla? You got your name on the page. Then we have is Leslie. Thank you, Leslie, for liking and subscribing to me. Your name got done. Then we have is Jack in the chat who subscribed. Who else subscribed? Let me see. That is Messi. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, Messi. Then we have is Leah. Thank you so much, Leah. Here you go. Your name has been done. Next subscriber is Kiki in the chat. Let's go for Kiki. Here you go. Your name has been done. Then we've got Mason in the chat. How are you, dear Mason? You got your name done. Next subscriber is Sarah in the chat. How are you, dear Sarah? You got your name done. Next subscriber, Messi, I've done your name. I didn't hear Messi. Then we got Matthias. Thank you, Matthias. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. Here you go. Next we have is Lucas. Thank you so much, Lucas. Let's go for your name. Next subscriber we have is Amanda. How are you, dear Amanda? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, Amanda. Next subscriber name is, thank you so much for saying that. All right, Aubrey. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, Aubrey. Here you go. Your name has been done. Then next subscriber we've got is Megan. Let's go. All right, who is next, guys? Then we have is Catherine. Thank you so much. All right, let's get the next page ready, guys. All right, everybody, this video will be public, okay? That will be posted after this live, so you guys can definitely watch it. See how amazing this looks, guys. All right, I'm setting up the next page, guys. Okay, so get your names done, guys, and I'm telling you again and again, you can get it done today because I'm sitting here live for like I guess 15-20 minutes more, so please get it done. Okay, let me just draw the lines. Let's go for it, guys. I'm so excited because this looks so pretty to me. All right, I mean, I love the theme. I love the candy theme, and you guys can also like bring in more themes for me so that I can get more themes for you guys and I can get some beautiful names for you. because that's what I like doing. All right. So it's almost set, guys. It's just like halfway done. I'm gonna like pick up the names of those who are subscribing and liking, guys, because you know it really means a lot to me. All right. Let's begin in the next 10 seconds, guys. Come on. Let's begin in the next 5 seconds. All right, we're done, guys. Let's go. Thank you so much. Let's go. We are set, guys. We are set. All right, next we have is Diago. All right, thank you, Diago, for liking and subscribing. Your name is here first, Diago. All right, then who is next, guys? Then we've got is Olivia. How are you, dear Olivia? You got your beautiful name done, Olivia. Next we have is, who's that? Kaden. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Next subscriber, please. Next subscriber we've got is Logan in the chat. Thank you, Logan, for liking and subscribing. Who else liked and subscribed? That's Enzo who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Enzo. You got your beautiful name here. Then we have is Daniela. Thank you so much, Daniela, for liking and subscribing. Here you go, Daniela. Next subscriber we've got is Mercy in the chat. All right, Mercy, you got your name here. Next subscriber we've got is Kyler. How are you, Kyler? Here you go. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Iviana here. All right, Iviana. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You got your beautiful name done. Then we have is Mario. Thank you, Mario. You got your colorful name done. All right, let's go. Then we have is, who's that? Mia in the chat. How are you, dear Mia? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else is subscribed? Lena just subscribed. Thank you, Lena. You also liked, so thank you so much, Lena. Then we've got is Letitia. How are you, dear Letitia? Here you go. You got your name done. Next we have is Felicity. How are you, Felicity? You got your beautiful name on the page. All right, next we have is Briley. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Next subscriber, guys. Let's go, guys. All right, then we have is, who is that? Ben in the chat. How are you, dear Ben? You got your beautiful name done. Next subscriber we've got is Alec. How are you, dear Alec? Here you go. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Then we have is Shama. How are you, Shama? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You got your name here. Then we have is McKenna. How are you, McKenna? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You got your name here. Next, we have subscriber Emmy. Thank you, Emmy, for liking and subscribing. You got your candy themed name done, Janan. You got her glowing name done, Janan. Thank you for subscribing. Next subscriber we have is Lily. Thank you, Lily, for liking and subscribing. Everybody hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a name. Aurora in the chat liked and subscribed. Okay, Aurora, thank you so much. Then we have is Oakland who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Oakland. Here you go, Oakland. All right, next subscriber name is Jeff who liked and subscribed. Here you go, Jeff. All right, then we have is Maggie who liked and subscribed. Here you go, Maggie. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Then we've got is Reagan. How are you, Reagan? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, Reagan. You got your name done. Then we've got is Aiden. Thank you, Aiden, for liking and subscribing to me. Who else has liked? Let me see. Ella Rai liked. Thank you, Ella Rai. Thank you so much. Here you go. All right, next subscriber we have is Omorio. What was the name? Is it Mario? Okay. Omario, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Let's get to the next line, guys. Then we've got is Ashlan. How are you, dear Ashlan? You got your name on time. All right. Next subscriber is Natalie. Thank you, Natalie. Here you go, Natalie. All right. Who is the next subscriber? Rebecca here. All right. Rebecca, how are you doing today? Here you go, Rebecca. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Then we have is Eliza. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Eliza. You got your name done. Then we've got is April. Welcome back, April. You got your name done. Let's go. Then we've got is Aisha in the chat. How are you, dear Aisha? Here you go, Aisha. Next, we've got Vivian. How are you, dear Vivian? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. You got your name done. Next, we've got is, who's that? Omar in the chat. Thank you, Omar. Welcome back. Here you go. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Then we have is Mara, thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Mara. Here you go. Next subscriber is Osej. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Osej. Here you go. Next subscriber is Dima. Thank you, Dima, for liking and subscribing. All right, who else subscribed? Then we've got is Clara. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Clara. You got your name done. Then we've got is Skylar in the chat. Thank you, Skylar, for liking and subscribing to me. Next subscriber is Atsuya. Thank you, Atsuya. All right. Is that Atsuya? Yeah, that is, I guess. Then we have is who's that? Georgia. Thank you, Georgia. All right, Georgia. Here you go. All right, let's set the next page, guys. See how beautiful it looks, guys. And this video will be public, guys, so you guys can see it whenever. All right, let me just make the page. All right. Everybody, till then, please double tap on the screens. Okay, double tap and like so that, subscribe so that we can get your names on the page. Okay, guys, let's go, guys. I'm just gonna do the paper. It's gonna take like a minute, I guess. All right, we're halfway done. All right, guys. Let's begin, guys. All right, let's go. Who's gonna be first? We have Carly. Thank you. Let's go for Carly. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. You got your name done, Carly. All right, who's gonna be next, everybody? Then we've got Tyrus. All right, is that Tyrus? Here you go. Okay, then we have next is Diago. How are you, Diago? Welcome to my live. All right, who's gonna be next, guys? Then we've got Nida in the chat. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Next subscriber, who subscribed? Let me see. Victoria subscribed. Thank you, Victoria. Here you go. Thank you so much for liking the live, Victoria, and subscribing to me. Appreciate you. Mia in the chat. All right, Mia, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Then we've got is Paisley who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Paisley. Here you go, Paisley. Your name has been done. Then we've got Chloe. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, Chloe. Then we have is Trenton. Thank you, Trenton, for liking and subscribing to my channel. All right, next name we have is Sophie in the chat. Thank you, Sophie, for liking and subscribing. Next, who has subscribed? Shiley. Thank you, Shiley, for liking and subscribing to my channel, Shiley. Here you go. Your name has been done. Then we've got Sophia. Thank you. What's the spelling? All right, this is the spelling, Sophia. All right, you got your name done. Eva in the chat. Eva, you got your beautiful name done. Next subscriber is Lily. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. Then we have is Tadio. Thank you so much, Tadio, for liking and subscribing. Next name we have is Alexis. How are you, dear Alexis? Here you go. All right, next subscriber is Lelaine. Thank you, Lelaine. Welcome to my live. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get to the next line, everybody. Then we have is Zor in the chat. Zor, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. All right, who else liked and subscribed? That is Shabir. Thank you so much, Shabir. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Really appreciate you for doing that. Then we've got is Allison. How are you, Allison? Here you go, Allison. Your beautiful name has been done. Then we've got is Emma. Let's go, Emma. Welcome to my live, Emma. Your name has been done. Then we've got CJ. Thank you so much, CJ, for liking and subscribing. Then we've got is Sammy. Thank you, Sammy, for liking and subscribing. All right, who's next, guys? Then we've got Maxillen. Thank you, Maxillen. All right, who is next, everybody? Next name we've got is Alfie in the chat. Thank you, Alfie, for liking and subscribing. Next subscriber is Delaza. How are you, Delaza? Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, Delaza. Then we have is Kayla. Thank you, Kayla, for liking and subscribing. Next name we have is Taryn. Thank you, Taryn, for liking and subscribing. Let's go. Then we have is Yvonne. Thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Okay, then we've got is Lara in the chat. Let's go, Lara. Let's go, guys. Then we've got is Grace. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to me, Grace. All right, who's liked and subscribed? Vanessa like. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Let's go, everybody. Then we've got Calvin. Thank you, Calvin, for liking and subscribing. You go. Thank you. Next we've got is Omorio. Thank you, Omorio. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. Let's go, guys. Everybody, Sammy in the chat, guys. Let's go, Sammy. You got your beautiful name done. Next subscriber we've got is Relisa in the chat. Thank you, Relisa, for liking and subscribing to my channel. Let's go, Relisa. All right, next we've got Landon. Thank you, Landon, for liking and subscribing. All right, who else liked and subscribed? Dina liked and subscribed. Thank you, Dina. All right, who else liked and subscribed? We've got is Kendall who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Kendall. All right, you got your beautiful name done. Next subscriber, we've got Caleb in the chat. Thank you, Caleb, for liking and subscribing. You got your name here. Next subscriber we've got is... Who is that? Kilani who liked and subscribed. Kilani, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You got your name here. Next we've got is Junia. Thank you so much, Junia. Let's go. All right, who do we have next, everybody? Who liked and subscribed? Sebastian. Thank you so much, Sebastian. You got your name here, Sebastian. All right, who's going to be next, everybody? Then we have is Sophie who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Sophie, for liking and subscribing. Really appreciate you for doing that. Next subscriber is Haley in the chat. Thank you, Haley. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Who else liked and subscribed? Then we've got is Jackson who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Jackson. You got your name done, Jackson. All right, next subscriber, we've got Kirti. Thank you so much, Kirti. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. All right, next name we've got is, who's that? Ellie in the chat. Thank you, Ellie, for liking and subscribing. Let's go, Ellie. Welcome to my life. All right, next we've got Freya who liked and subscribed. Thank you, Freya. You got your name done, Freya. All right, next subscriber we've got is Rose. Thank you. Here you go, Rose. Welcome to my live. Next subscriber we've got is Matilda. Here you go, Matilda. All right, guys. Now I'll be going for a break and I'll be back in like 30 minutes. So be there, okay? Take care of yourself. I love you all. Bye-bye.